Hello, my goblin family, and welcome to the chaos. On today's episode, I'm running late starting because of shenanigans. And by shenanigans, I mean my fiance poked himself with a sharp object that he was using in a manner he shouldn't have been using it in. So, you know. Don't do that. Okay. Now I need to get this to work because this was not working before, and now hopefully it will work. There we go. Oh my goodness. Absolute chaos. What am I supposed to do? Alright. So, with that said, I don't know where my pattern is. Hold on. I think it's here. Yeah, I found it. Let's stick that in the Okay. I don't even know what color we're on. Like, I'm so scatterbrained right now. Okay. I apologize. Hello and welcome. For those of you just joining me, I'm starting a few minutes late tonight, and I apologize for that. My fiance poked himself with a sharp, pointy object on accident because he was using it in a manner that it wasn't intended to be used. So I've been helping him literally clean blood up off of everything, mostly himself. Why do you... Is that a putty knife? Why do you have a putty knife?
It came with the freezer.
Okay. That's the only knife you're allowed to use now. That's where we're at tonight. You're allowed to use a plastic putty knife. Oh. Can you let me open the package for you? Okay, so we have a guest. Here, he's gonna be okay. He thank you for your concern, guys. He will be okay. The really fun thing about this is I have a scar here on my thumb from doing literally the exact same thing that he was doing, i.e. Knives are not supposed to be used to open zip ties, and literally, oh geez, almost 9 years ago, almost to the day, 9 years and a week ago, I made the same mistake, and you have not learned from my mistake.
Okay, that's not good.
Okay, yeah, how about we let the wound heal first? God. So I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on him. He's supposed to be seated in this chair. But, like I said, my life is chaos, my house is chaos, and nobody listens to me, so, you know. Oh, it's emote only still. Sorry about that. Let me fix that. That button. Do the thing. Yay, it actually worked this time. Awesome.
It's only fair you don't listen to me.
Shush.
God, I can't even turn the page.
Yeah, so literally 9 years and a week ago, I did the exact same thing. So I got myself right here. He got himself kind of in the meat of his thumb, but he is going to be okay. I promise. He's going to be okay. I thrive in chaos. Yes, I do too. That is the only way I know how to live, is in absolute chaos.
Oh.
Anyway,
To clean it.
you're supposed to clean the freezer.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yay, you got a Squirtle. Hello, Chibi Kitty. How you doing? Welcome to the chaos. So, yeah. So, the story of what I did, I was 39 weeks pregnant with my oldest. And as some of you may remember, her birthday was... I don't even know what day it is. It was earlier this week. So I was 39 weeks pregnant with her, and I was in full nesting mode, and I was like opening like baby toys and baby clothes and stuff like that. And mind you, this is like almost midnight. And her dad was asleep, and I was like out in the living room, like nesting, not able to sleep myself. And I, poked myself with a pointy object because I was using it to open zip ties, and I shouldn't have been. Michelle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And so I, I wake him up, and I'm like, hey, we gotta go to the hospital. So he, of course, thinks I'm in labor, and he comes out to the kitchen to see me just gushing blood into the sink. And he was like, you're not in labor. I was like, no, I'm not, as a matter of fact. Real detective. So, I went to the doctor, and at the emergency room, they were like, is there any chance you might be pregnant? And I was like, why, yes, as a matter of fact, I am. And he was like, oh, how far along are you? Or what? He goes, when are you due? And I said, Friday. And he looked at me, looked at the chart, looked back at me, and was like this coming Friday? I was like, yep, due Friday. And he was like, oh, yeah, I can't use a local anesthetic on you. I was like, no, you can't. You're gonna have to figure something else out. So they super glued me back together, but I was okay. Dirty Bird, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You're a detective. Mind you, that was not this current. That was my kid's dad, not my partner. So he did not listen to my story and learn from my lesson, but he also was not present to live it the first time when I actually did it. So. Oh, hi, Brittany. Hello. Join the purple app. Squeak. Oh, we have no music. Can you stop taking that off? You need to leave it on there.
It's been over 20 minutes.
I don't care. Leave it on there. If it keeps opening up, you have to start the 20 minutes over.
It.
Okay. Okay. So you've clawed it.
Mostly.
Mostly.
The problem is the towel isn't, I would like to do things with my right hand, but the towel isn't big enough for me to wrap around and hold.
Okay.
But I also don't want to ruin another towel because all of our all the crappy towels are all this size. So what I'm doing is I'm checking to see if it's caught it enough that I can wrap gauze around it.
Okay.
That's what because I would like to, use my right hand for things that are not holding pressure on my left hand.
You're gonna have to just relax.
No.
Relax, drink your tea.
How? I have to hold my pressure on my left hand with my right hand.
Come over here and
I'll get
feed
a straw.
You tea. You cannot drink hot drinks through a straw. God, do you not listen to any of my stories? Learn from my mistakes, sir. All right. We've got music. We had music for it. That's not better. I'm painting my corkboard nice. Hello, Ava. How you doing? Might be pregnant. Was it not obvious? I mean, I was wearing a hoodie, but yeah, it should have been incredibly obvious that I was 39 weeks pregnant. But when the doctor came in, he literally didn't take his face out of my chart until I said that. So he didn't look up at me once until I was like, yes, as a matter of fact, I am pregnant and I'm due Friday. And then doctor who wouldn't take his face out of my chart apparently missed the fact that I am very allergic to latex and tried to use latex gloves to catch me back up. And then the second time I was pregnant, I had to go back to that ER because I was having early labor signs. And he, once again, it was the same doctor on staff. Apparently, he's the one who works the night shift. It was the same freaking doctor. We call him Dr. Dingbat, because I'm mature. And it was the same doctor who once again tried to use latex gloves to examine me, and that for sure would have sent me into early labor. As it turns out, I was not in early labor, even though I was having some early labor signs. But yeah, he's some couples do matching tattoos, you guys do matching scars. It's on your left hand too, isn't it? Oh my god.
Yep.
I don't think that's something we should be proud of, but also it's very us. And not intentional. It's a bit loud. Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay, there we go. Music back down. Working on my Pikachu cross stitch. Very nice. Stitching time. Just what I needed. Just what I needed too. Just what you needed. It's stitching time. You need to mellow out and be chill now. Can you do that?
No.
No, you can't. You have no chill.
I have things to do.
You'll be fine. They will keep. This is the universe telling you to slow down.
The universe doesn't know what it's talking about.
The universe absolutely knows what it's talking about. What a cross stitch life I love. I love cross stitching. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Dr. Dingbat, I can't. Yeah. That's the nicest name that we could think to call him.
Oh, my Wednesday.
I could think of plenty other things that are not so nice. Considering this same like I called him Dr. Dingbat after the first time I went to go see him, and then I saw him again 2 years later. Almost exactly 2 years later for, you know, different circumstances, but also pregnant both times. So, you know. I don't live in that state anymore, but after that second time, I straight up told my kid's dad, I was like, I don't care if I'm shot. Don't take me back to that doctor or that emergency room ever again. Like, ever. But, yeah. I really need to get a kit from you and do some stitching. It's been a rough week. Aw, I'm sorry you've been having a rough week. I find that cross stitching makes things better. But that's me. Not everybody feels that way, but that's how I feel. I have been making some progress on a few different pieces. Obviously not this one, because I only stitched this one when I'm live with y'all. But I made some progress on the back stitch for my Mabon teapot, and I also started a new cross stitch for my younger kiddo's birthday. It is a T-Rex skeleton surrounded by like ferns and leafy plants and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on the last couple days. The T-Rex sounds so cool. The Etsy shop that I bought that pattern from is called Happy Little Mouse, and all of her patterns that are on, like, cause she shows all of her patterns on black Ida cloth. They are stunning. I want all of them. And I ended up, I went just to get the T-Rex, and I ended up buying like 3 patterns from her. Because I couldn't decide. So I was like, I will do the T-Rex for my little kiddo, and then I got a raccoon to do for my partner, because that's his favorite animal, and I got a fox for me, but there were like, she's got like a bunch of like different kinds of moths and mushrooms and like just really, really cool like botanical and like flora and fauna mixed stuff, and they're beautiful, and I love them so much. And I've been fangirling over her work for quite some time, and finally I was like, I have an excuse to buy a pattern. Oh, they're on sale, buy 2 get 1 free. Don't mind if I do. So yeah, I realized I've made several pieces and things like that for my older kiddo, and I haven't made a single embroidery or cross stitch piece for my younger kiddo, so I was feeling a little guilty about that. And I was like, well, their birthday's coming up next month, so time to stitch. Hi, Psycho Witch, how you doing? How's Jolteon coming along? Hi, Kaley, how you doing? I do most of my I don't know. Okay, how do you pronounce that? Bicornus? Bicornus? I know what you're talking about. The little pincushiony guys. I've never made one, and I don't know how to pronounce them. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. On Black Ida, I'm in the minority who actually loves stitching on it. I actually don't mind stitching on it. I like stitching on it when I'm watching TV because it like gets backlit a little bit from the TV, and I find it a lot easier to work with. So I do tend to save that for Biscornews. Biscornews? Hopefully that's right. Okay. Good, how are you? I'm good. My partner is bleeding.
You're just gonna tell everyone this, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, I am. You're stuck hanging out with me. Are those comfy?
They're a little tight in here, but I also thought they weren't supposed to...
I thought they didn't have laces.
Yes, so did I.
I thought that was like the whole point.
Yes, so did I.
Did they send you the wrong ones?
No.
Huh. Okay, Biscornews. I've been organizing flosses into a spreadsheet so I can have a running inventory and see which patterns need what and what similarities there are for each. Ooh, nice. I'm not nearly that organized. I was putting Dearling kits together today. For those of you who are part of my Kit of the Month Club, you will know how exciting that is. And I don't have one of the colors because that is the theme of my life when I'm putting together a kit is 100% of the time there will be at least one color that I don't have. So other than that, they're ready to go. I just have to run to the store tomorrow and get the last color that I need. No thank you, Truffle. We're just gonna... How do I make that go away? Can't. And rando popping in and being like, hey, I'm offering stuff. And me being like, no thanks. Random person. If you'd like, I can share the spreadsheet with you. I have your patterns in there. Ooh, that would be cool. I got my left splits on Thursday. Very nice. Congratulations. I've never once in my life been able to do splits of any kind. I am not a flexible human being. Owls or pals. I have to finish a hoop now. Okay. Alright, we've redeemed a finish a hoop.
So do you think I can, before you finish what you're doing, before you start that, do you think I can...
Yeah, you want me to help patch you up? Yeah.
For lack of a better term, spotting a bit.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I can help you with that. Really, August? You're just gonna stand there and knock my stuff over? My dude?
Yes.
I'll send it through the Discord. Sounds good. Perfect. Ooh, finish a hoop. Oh, ooh. Alright. I'm going to do 2 last stitches on this to finish up this little section of this color, tie it off. I'm going to patch my partner up, and then I'm going to come finish the hoop. So I'm going to have to step away for just a moment to help bandage him for a moment. He just, you know, can't bandage his own hand.
I mean, I can do most of it, just not all of it.
That's fair. Yes, he is going to be okay. He poked himself with something sharp. You know, using it in a manner he shouldn't have been using it in. But I literally did the exact same... I know, I literally did the exact same thing in the exact same place on the exact same hand 9 years ago. So I can't really be too angry with him, except that he did not learn from my mistakes. So, hold on. Where are my scissors? Here they are. Scissors. What? What do you mean, oh? That's not a good oh sound. love you. No more pokey things.
Make no promises.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Whee. Okay. I apologize. I was patching up my partner. Alrighty. What are we gonna finish today? Are we gonna finish safety? I'm not doing that one. I'm not really going on. I've got a tiny growlithe. Let's do a tiny growlithe. Okay. That desk. Push this out of the way. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. My partner accidentally poked himself, for those of you who are just joining us, and was bleeding, and I needed to help patch him back up. He's okay. He's definitely okay. Cross stitch a little Pokemon over the scar. Oh my god.
Go.
Need help?
No, I got him out.
Okay. Tiny growlithe. We're gonna. Looks like a good color. Can use that. Okay. I'm very flexible. I can kick up to eye level. I cannot. I am not a flexible human being. Patching up your partner and finishing a hoop take a similar skill set. I mean, I was not doing any stitching. I just band-aided. I put a band-aid on. With like the Neosporin and gauze and all of the things. I used to be trained in like first aid and stuff like that, so like when he was still bleeding and he kept taking it off to look at it to like see if it was still bleeding or if it was slowing down, and I was just like, dude, like just put the thing on, hold it at least 20 minutes before you even bother looking to see if it has stopped bleeding. Like 20 minutes minimum. 20 minutes minimum. And so finally he listened and it did stop bleeding, so we're good. She could put a little pattern on there. No. Vex, thank you for contributing to the Let's Play Game Challenge. Okay. Before I sew up the back of this, I should use the scissors to cut away the excess. So that's what I'm gonna do. Cross such a Pokemon over the scar. Oh my goodness. I'm here. Hi, Tenchi. How you doing? Just posted pictures on the Discord to show my progress. Very nice. Eldridge, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Yes, Growlithe, my baby. Oh, he's so cute, isn't he? Where did I put my scissors? In the drawer. Here we go. Okay. So, first step to finishing off a hoop is making sure the piece is nice and centered. Honestly, I could probably put this in a bigger hoop, but I'm not gonna. So I want to make sure it's nice and tight. I want to make sure that the fabric, I go around the fabric and I pull it all nice and tight, because once you have it stitched, you're not going to be able to tighten it anymore. So if it's like loose in here, it's always going to be loose in there once you have finished off the hoop. So now that I have done those two steps, so like, I don't know if you can hear that, but it kind of sounds like a drum. It should be nice, like nice and taut in there, and it should sound kind of like a drum. So the next step, I'm going to go and cut a circle all the way around, about an inch or so out from the edge of the hoop. And it does not need to be perfect. So you do not need to, like, you know, trace it or like that's fine. It's gonna be fine, I promise. Loose circle. This is trash. Throw that in the trash can. There we go. Okay. So for this little piece, I'm just gonna chop. There we go. Okay. Does cross stitch hurt? No, it shouldn't. If you're cross stitching, it shouldn't hurt. No, my partner accidentally injured himself, which is why I started the live a little bit late tonight. So I had to go help patch him up now that the bleeding has stopped. So he's gonna be okay. But no, cross stitching should not hurt. So now I'm going around the circle and I'm just cutting about every inch or so around. I'm cutting a little snip in the excess fabric here to the edge of the hoop. If you're using a bigger hoop, you might want to do bigger chunks, like bigger than an inch across. Do like 2 inches across or 1.5 inches across instead. Because the pieces will overlap a little bit nicer and you'll see why that's important once I get to the next step. And like that, all the way around. Okay, we're done with our scissors. Oh my god, is that Growlithe? Yes, it is. Growlithe. Okay, so next step, we're gonna bend 2 pieces down and see how they overlap in a little triangle shape right there. I am going to stitch through both layers of that. I'm gonna start by going bottom to top and pulling it nice and tight. Now, I'm gonna hold this piece down, fold the next one over, and this time I'm gonna go back down from top to bottom. Oops, I got caught on there. Get over there. Let it go. There we go, so top to bottom. And then the next one, as I overlay it, we're gonna go bottom to top again. So, up. And as I pull it tight, you can see it's already starting to like lay down over the inner edge of the hoop. And that's what we're going for. So that's why if you're using a bigger hoop, if you only do them 1 inch little strips like this around, there's not gonna be enough curvature in the edge of this piece for them to overlap very easily. So you're going to want to do wider strips so that they have a better chance of overlapping. I mean, there are other ways to like stitch. You can still stitch in and out of these little flaps even if they're not overlapping very much or if they're not overlapping at all. It's just, I find it easier to overlap them and just boop. And it holds them together nice and well. So this is just my preferred method of doing it. There are definitely other ways to finish off Pokemon hoops or cross-stitching hoops in general. This is just the method that I like the best. You weren't kidding when you said starting the hoop hurt. I had to wait a bit to start mine after. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so when you are doing that part where you're like pressing down and pulling up, that does hurt my hands. It doesn't hurt everybody's hands, but I do have arthritis in my hands. So especially if it's a larger hoop, the larger the hoop, the more tightening you have to do. And so it can cause like some muscle strain and stuff like that over time. As you are doing it. So there's a reason that like, even though I have a ton of hoops that I need to finish, I haven't finished a whole lot of them. And that's also why I started, finish a hoop as one of, the channel reward redemptions that people could do over on Twitch. Is because it would force me to stop stitching what I'm working on and finish a hoop that I already need to have finished or like have been putting off for literal years. But yeah, so I guess when I say like no, cross stitching doesn't hurt, like yeah, that part actually is uncomfortable for me. But there are other ways you could also frame your pieces and stuff so that you don't re-hoop them. You don't have to use hoops at all. You can, technically you don't need a hoop at all. You can just cross stitch free without your piece being in a hoop. I just like using hoops even though it's uncomfy on my hands. I freehand now because I can't stand hoops. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fizzy Raccoon's got it. you can absolutely freehand without a hoop. I put them in picture frames. Yep, exactly. There's a ton of different ways to do it, and they're all totally valid. I really like the way that the hoops look, especially like with all the little Pokemon, when they're like all up on the wall together. But that's just me. Why is there still a sticker on this? There's a sticker on this hoop still. What the heck? Oh god, this has got to come off. I didn't even realize it was still on there. Usually I take them off before I stitch the piece. I don't like the ones that have stickers on them, and now I've sewn the darn thing in. Alright, I'm gonna have to go out this. I don't know if I should sit here and do this or not, but this is annoying. Okay, yep, I'm gonna have to deal with this later, because I don't have the patience for that right now. That's annoying. Oh well. There we go. We finished Growlithe. Okay. Thread goes back in the bag. Alright, let's get Glaceon back over here. Doo-doo-doo. What is this cute? It's like falling down. There we go. Okay. Pattern. And a sip of tea. Currently cross-stitching au naturel. And it's rough, but it's too big for hoop. Yeah, I've definitely done pieces that are too big for a hoop. I was working on a piece that I put in a scroll frame because it was too big for a hoop. And ooh, you taped yourself into a rubber glove.
Yeah.
I love you. Can you just relax for one night, please? I know you want to get stuff done, babe, but you also stabbed yourself. It's okay to rest. It's okay to rest.
I haven't ordered that in over 2 weeks, and it needs to be stretched out, so no. I need to take care of it.
Skeeter, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Have you done Leafeon? I have. Well, here it is. Leafeon. I'm a big fan of my Q-snap instead of a hoop. I was looking into those the other day. I might get a Q-snap. Oh yay, your starter's Bulbasaur. Kaylor, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. V Marty, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. Emma Rick, thank you for the Hu-Tao. Yeah, I did Leafeon before Glaceon. Wait, I came in at the wrong time during this live. What happened? Just before I went live, my partner poked himself with a sharp, pointy object. People are asking, okay? They're worried about you. So I had to patch him up. He's okay. The bleeding has stopped. How do you keep the edges of the material from fraying? Mine keep doing that on the sides. Honestly, I don't. It's gonna fray a little bit on the sides. So it just kind of happens. The one thing that you can do is you can put masking tape or painter's tape around the edges if you don't want it fraying on the side. And I have done that before on bigger pieces, especially pieces that I don't put in a hoop and I'm working freehand. I will masking tape or painter's tape around the edges of them. Oh no, yeah, he's okay. He's currently tending a plant now. So if he's taking care of the plants, he's gonna be okay. He just had a mild accident. Everyone is suggesting that I literally stitch you up. See, you're laughing, but I don't think they are. I think they might be serious. Unfortunately, one, I don't have those skills. Two, I don't have the proper thread and tools for that. And three, I would probably puke. Despite having, like, pretty extensive first aid training and stuff like that, like, I did. Especially if it's someone that I care about, I get very adrenaline stressed out. So. But, yeah. If it's on the stream, it gets stitched. Same concepts. Dental floss works. Aim away from the wound. They're giving me tips. They're giving me tips on how to poke you with more pointy objects.
I think I've got that covered.
You're gonna stitch yourself up?
No, I'm gonna stab myself with more pointy objects.
Well, don't. I like you and I'd like to keep you for a while.
Yeah, I'm bleeding again. It's not coming through the bandage.
If you can see it, then you need to chill.
It's dark red. It's fine.
That's not how that works. Super glue works wonders, I'm just saying. You know what? I offered to super glue him back together and he said no. So, that's on him.
Unfortunately, now that I have started this, I cannot exactly stop.
Michelle and Dennis, thank you for the follows. I appreciate you. I know how to sew stitches. I can guide you through it. I don't think he's gonna take me up on that. He doesn't even want me super gluing him back together. Does he have a Pokeball? I don't know. You should do one of Rainbow Dash. You know what? I am actually, like, not in the My Little Pony fandom, and my kids never were either, so, like, I don't know too much about My Little Pony. You said you like him, you want to keep him. Keepable things like Pokemon. Oh, yes. I've told him that. I've told him straight up. I choose you, Pikachu. He was not amused. What size is your clock? This is 14 count. Find your inner Nurse Joy and tell him to let you help him. If I dye my hair pink, will you let me help you? Then I'll be Nurse Joy. He says no. What's the difference between embroidery and cross stitch? So cross stitch, you work on Ida cloth or even weave, so fabric like this that has the little holes in it to guide you, and you're basically doing pixel art. With embroidery, it's more like brush strokes from like a paintbrush, and there's like a whole bunch of different kinds of stitches that you can do and things like that, but it's a lot more freeform. So this is a little bit more structured and that's a little bit more freeform. Thanks, no problem. Have you stitched a Pokeball yet? I haven't. I have been toying around with making a Pokeball bookmark piece with like one with just Pokeballs and one with like a Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, like something like that, like in a row, so it could be like a cute little bookmark. Oh, look at it! It's so happy! I forgot what it looked like when it wasn't all bundled up. Please be careful and take it easy though, okay?
This is the last thing I wanted to do tonight.
Okay.
Like I said, it hasn't been watered in a while because I haven't been taking care of it.
I know.
So I just wanted to get him untangled and then...
Yeah. Just get him taken care of.
Well, I forgot how long this main vine was.
Yeah, that main vine is really long. And I mean, it's kept growing. Even though we moved, you know? It's probably got a couple new leaves at least. I do best with structure. Too much freedom gives me decision fatigue. Yes, that is definitely why I cross stitch instead of embroider. Cross stitch works better for my brain because I don't have to make as many decisions. Evie Queen, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It's definitely on my list of things that I would like to do, for sure. Like if I make all the different patterns and they're all like the same size, then you would be able to like make a bookmark with like whichever Pokeballs you wanted on it, and you'd be able to just swap out which ones you wanted to put on it, which I think would be super fun. Ooh, could you make gym badge patterns? That is also something that I have been thinking about as well. There's so many gym badges though also, so I would have to start with like the first 8 and then go on from there.
I'm sorry. There are so many gym badges, who's stitching all of the Pokemon.
I know, but that's the thing is I am stitching all of.
You balk at the number of gyms.
It's not that I'm balking at it. It's just like, where do you start with that? Like the Pokemon, I don't even know where to start with, so I just like randomize a lot of it, or like this month I picked a theme and I was like, I'm doing all spring themed Pokemon. But like the gym badges, you kind of have to do them in sets of 8. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I probably should be doing the Pokemon in the sets of their entire evolutionary line at the same time. But I don't. But yes, theoretically, yes, I could make Pokeball patterns and gym badge patterns. If you did it with 6 Pokeballs, you could do it as the Pokeballs your main team from the game arena. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if there's like 6 Pokeballs to make a bookmark, I think that feels like the right number. I'm taking regular update photos of my Jolteon so I can share them when I'm done. Oh, awesome. I always think like, oh, I should take a picture like after each session of stitching, and then I never remember to actually do it. I think I did it once for when I did Ninetales. Somebody had requested that I stitch Ninetales. It was their favorite, and I did it, and I made a video, and I like shared the photos that I had taken as I like stitched it. But chaos, embrace the chaos. Chaos is like my whole life. I've embraced it completely. Yeah, I kind of have as well. For a few projects, I did a photo for every hour of stitching, but that was not sustainable. Yeah, I feel like like on really big patterns, sometimes it's hard to see progress after just 1 hour. unless you're doing like a close-up of what you just stitched, but I always like to have like the whole piece in frame usually. But also I hyper focus and then I like lose track of time completely. Like literally the last couple nights I've stitched until like midnight because I forgot that time existed and that sleep was a necessity. We've been watching Doctor Who.
So you're saying
which
that
I've never...
You forgot that time existed and we're watching a show about time travel.
Yes, we're watching a show about time travel and I forget that time exists and it like is passing and I don't have access to a time machine to just be like, it's okay, I'll just pop off for 8 hours and sleep somewhere else and then come right back. I just started a crochet project and this yarn is so stretchy. Ooh, I've never worked with a stretchy yarn before. What is that like? What do you like about counted cross stitch? I like that I can do it while I do other things. So I can do this while I listen to a podcast or watch TV or like while I'm live with you guys, and stuff like that. And I like that it gives me a way to be creative, but because every project is like the projects that I tend to work on are small enough that they don't take too long to get finished so that I get frustrated. But also they're like each one is different so I don't get bored. And also it's a hobby that I can do that doesn't aggravate any of the things that normally cause me pain. So like I can't really crochet and knit because it hurts it hurts. I have arthritis specifically like in this side of my hands. And so holding the needles and the hooks for crochet and knitting exacerbate that. And so cross stitching doesn't because I'm holding the needle with my like these fingers. And I can do it while I'm sitting on the couch. It's also like pretty portable and it's also not a very expensive hobby. So like it kind of hits like all the things for me of like not being painful to do. Like I like sewing, but sewing is incredibly painful for me to do because I have to bend over like to cut all of the pieces out. I always hurt my back when I'm marking pieces or cutting them out or things like that. And so this just hits like all of the things of like not too it's not expensive, it's not painful, it's versatile enough that I don't get bored doing it, but it's also like I can do other things while I do it, and it's not an expensive hobby and it's portable so I can take it with me pretty easily. So like a few weeks ago I went and visited with my partner's family and I was able to like pack up a little kit and bring it with me in the car and like it just fits in my purse and there you go. And I finished an entire piece while I was there. But yeah. Oh, it's so pretty! He hung up our pothos plant like all along the thing. There we go. Same, I've been stitching until 3 a.m. because in 2 weeks we're bringing baby home. I'll have to be a little more aware of time. Yeah. I love seeing progress pictures. Oh, congrats, Elsa. Congrats! It's so exciting bringing home a baby. Just over a year old and we're going through the process to adopt. Oh, that's so exciting! That's so awesome. Weird. Is it weird to tension with this as my person working with Craft Smart Yarn? Oh, it's weird to tension with. I think it's Michael Store brand. What hoop and stand are you using? I'm just using like a regular wooden hoop from like the craft store They're like a couple bucks. And the stand I'm using is the Loops and Threads craft stand from Michaels. There's a link to it in my bio. It'll take you like directly to the Michaels website listing that I bought. I really like the stand. I really hate the Loops and Threads fabric. I could see that it could be good for some people. Personally, I don't like working with it though. But yeah, their craft stand I like. Started Sinbon, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Demented Lemming says, "Ooh, baby." Sorry about the arthritis. No, that's all right. It is what it is. When I went in at 19 years old and I was like, hey, I have all of this really weird pain in like some weird parts of my body that I shouldn't have pain. And they're like, that's weird. Let's do some tests and figure out what's wrong with you. And then they were like, hey, you shouldn't have arthritis at like 19, but you do. So that's been fun. And now I'm 33 and, you know, I've just learned to kind of live with it and hope it doesn't get worse. But I've just learned, like, some days are better than others, and certain things, you know, make it flare up or make it worse. So I just avoid those things. Are the babies down here?
August went upstairs. I'm looking for Wednesday.
I don't think she's down here, but it is pet treat time.
I found the door to the laundry room is ajar. I don't think she's in the laundry room. Let me go.
2, 3, 4, 5. That one? That one. Alright, let me finish this stitch. I'm gonna tie off, and then it's pet treat time. I have arthritis and I'm 21 today. It's especially hard. Floofy babies. Yes, it's time for the floofy babies to get a treat. But they ran upstairs, so he's retrieving them. Although I think if I shook the container, they'd probably come running.
August is wandering around and Wednesday is asleep on the cat perch.
Okay. Little fish should get a treat too. Apparently you should get a treat too. August! Hi, baby! Okay. Here we go.
I'll go get a jelly bean.
One camera. Oh, go get a jelly bean.
Maybe I'll stab myself.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm not even wearing my glasses today, guys. This is... That's how on top of things I am. Alright, Clover first. You want a treat? Yep. She knows. Okay, one for Clover. Hi, August. She was asleep upstairs. And now she's here in my lap. Hi, miss. Excuse me. August was here first. There you go. Oh, what a good boy. There you go. Good girl. This is going back in the drawer now. Good babies. Good babies. Alright. Hi. Hello. You're in my lap. What am I supposed to do with that? Hi, bud. They need to just investigate and make sure there are no more treats on the way. Yep, there's none hidden in my hands, I promise. There we go. Hi, baby. Okay. I feel I got falsely diagnosed with arthritis at 17, turned out to be fibromyalgia. You know what? I am actually highly, highly suspicious that it's fibro. But basically, my doctors in California gave up and were like, they were like, we don't know, like, you definitely have arthritis, but it definitely doesn't explain all of the pain that you're having, so we don't know what's wrong with you, and we don't want to run any more tests. And I'm like, cool. Cool things. So now that I have moved and I'm in Maryland, I get to start jumping through all of the hoops all over again, which, you know, not looking forward to. But that's just kind of what it is. But I'm hoping that here I will have people who listen to me, or at least, I don't know, I've learned to advocate better for myself over time. So hopefully I'll be able to continue advocating better for myself. hate doctors. They still don't know what's wrong with my leg. Oh, yeah. I get the runaround so much of just like, well, we don't know what it is. I straight up had a doctor, like, one of the doctors that I was seeing, he was like my PCP, and he got the results back, and he was like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I started crying. And he was like, I don't understand why you're crying. Usually when I tell someone that, like, they don't have cancer, they're happy about that. And I was like, okay, but that's not what just happened. You've said there's nothing wrong with you, which means, why am I in so much pain? You don't have an answer, and you're done looking. You don't want to continue looking. So that's not the same thing at all. Also, did we think it was cancer? Was that on the table? Because that was not discussed as a potential, and now I'm worried about that. But he was just incredibly dismissive. And then he followed that up with like, your numbers are better than mine. And I'm like, you are a male who is twice my age, at least. You cannot compare our numbers. Our numbers shouldn't look anything alike. We have different health histories. We have different, like, everything. And it was so incredibly frustrating. So I immediately went to my insurance and requested a new PCP. Because I was like, I cannot go see this man again. He is so incredibly dismissive of anything that I go in and say. And, like, I was literally crying, and he didn't understand, even when I tried explaining to him, like, okay, but if you're saying that there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm in this much pain, like, so what? I just live with it? I just deal? I just cope? Because I'm not coping well, that's why I'm here. So, that's just, you know, medical misogyny. How's your hand doing? I had a doctor say she couldn't do anything to help me 2 hours after my appointment time, and I burst into tears. She referred me to say, they told me to take ibuprofen. I've had an MRI, CT scan, ultrasound. They still haven't answered. Yeah, I've had an MRI, I've had ultrasounds, I've had like multiple MRIs. I've had EKGs and EEGs, and I've had I don't know. I've had like panels and panels of blood work done. I've had x-rays done. I've had, I don't know, just like name it, and I've gone through it. And basically they're just like, everything's false. Oh, and then it turned out, so like after that doctor had dismissed me and been like, there's nothing wrong with you, I actually got a call back from the specialist that he had referred me to, that he was like, he called me to be like, hey, I have the results back from that specialist. There's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. And I was super upset. And then the specialist called me and was like, hey, I need you to come in so we can go over your results. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. I already went over them with my PCP. He said that I'm fine. And the specialist was like, what? Because you're not. Like, I do have results for you. You need to come in so we can go over them. So I went in, and that was the lady who told me, like, yeah, you have arthritis in your hands and your lower back, and that does not explain all of the pain that you've been having, but it does explain some of it. So here's what you need to do. And so, you know, put me on a regimen of stuff. But yeah, it was just like, he literally lied and said that my scans were fine when they weren't, and then went on to tell me that I was being ridiculous, basically, for complaining that my scans were fine. I don't understand. I don't understand the thought process there, so. But yeah. thankfully never been undermined yet. I mean, I'm glad you haven't, and I hope you don't. It's sucko. I have to go eat dinner. Have a nice dinner, Vex. Okay, what is this fluffiness happening right here? Stop it. Stop it. Hi, August. You're in the mess. Shout out my old cats. They're not impressed. Sounds good. Have to take up counter cross stitch. Like your fur people. Aw, thank you. You can definitely have both, but I've been told you get arthritis really young. Fibro is more common. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. And especially like when you look up the symptoms of fibro, I have basically all of them. And I get that like there is no test specific to fibro, so you have to rule everything else out in order to get a diagnosis for fibro. But because I had doctors who were unwilling to run any more tests, they were unwilling to rule anything else out. And so that's just kind of where I ended up when I left California. So now I get to start all over again. That's egregiously bad. It really is. And like I probably should have said something to somebody about that, but also like, you know, a professional of some kind. But I was just so frustrated at the time, and I had 2 kids that were under 3, and like I didn't have the time and energy to fight for myself at that point in my life with that dude. But I've only finally got medicine for my chronic migraines. I've been suffering for over 6 years this year after having so many tests, and still have zero idea where to get them, but I have a way to treat them. Well, it's good that you have a way to treat them. Are you okay? Babe? Are you okay? No. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to go clean up after my dog. I was so busy patching him up that I forgot to take her out before the stream. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm coming. Both of the kittens are down here. Okay. Okay.
You could have just peed on the hardwood. Like,
She could have. She chose not to. That was an active choice.
ow. Not you. Not you.
Oh, God. August?
I'm going in.
Okay. All right. I'm throwing him upstairs.
Clover, out. No.
Clover, out! Out! Oh, God. Okay. Kitten's upstairs. I'll go outside. Okay. All of the chaos tonight. All of it. All of it. All of it. I'm back. I apologize. I lost my glasses somewhere. I don't know what I put. Where did I put them? There they are. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm back. Charlie Quinn, hello. Where do you get your thread from? I looked at your Etsy shop and your patterns are awesome. Thank you. I get my floss from either Joann's or Michael's, honestly. I just go to the local craft store and get them there. So yeah, that's where I get all of my floss from. If I remember how to use the diagnosis you get when no other diagnosis in the connective tissue family is right. Yep, pretty much. You have a good evening. We'll be looking forward to seeing your project's completion. Aw, thank you, Dennis. Have a good evening. Baby doll, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, welcome back. Thank you. Deep breath. Looks like you need it. Yeah, it's you know what? It's just been one of those weird days. Just weird vibe all day. And absolute chaos this evening. Pause, take a sip of tea, which is cold now, but that's okay. Tea is delicious. You did an awesome job. I'm just getting into some embroidery type priceless walking feel. Aw, thank you. Oh, hello. Hello, doggo. Love you. I feel that I was part of a rainbow group today. Ooh, like you had to like dye the dog rainbow colors or something? Elder pals, cheers. Hi, Clover. Hi. Hi. Yes, I can't pet you and stitch at the same time, especially when you're knocking things over. Come here. Okay, you're just knocking everything over. Thank you for that. I definitely didn't need that. Hi. Hi. Okay, do you need to be in my lap right now? Okay, come here. Come here. Up. Up into the lap. Okay, there we go. Got a doggo in the lap now. Hi. Hi. I know you're feeling anxious right now. I got that. I got that. I got that. It's been a weird vibe tonight. I know. You just need a little extra. You can sit on my lap, but you need to stop bonking into things. Don't lick my face, please. No, I don't want that. Okay. I can't stitch with you shoving your face in the way. You're just repeatedly bonking me. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You can sit in my lap. It's okay. Yep, you're gonna be okay, doggo. Dog's last scream. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, weird vibes today. Just weird day. Okay, Clover, I can't stitch like this. You're literally where my hand needs to be. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Clover, you are made of chaos right now. This can't be comfortable. And also, I'm dropping things because you just booty bumped it off of my lap. There it goes. This needs to sit here on my leg. And you can sit on the other leg. That's fine. That's fine. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. The nice thing to do with him is hard to be a part of it. It's rough, but I'm trying to help him feel special. Not poor Susie baby. I know, poor Susie baby. Ah, Clover. Rude. Yeah, it's good that they get, you know, a special pamper day, that they get to feel loved and special. Scarlett, that cat, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Now I'm having to look at this sideways, miss, because you've decided to park it right there. If I make a mistake, I blame my doggo. She's happy. Clover, I swear if you just farted on me. She did. Puppy parts are the worst. They are. They're absolutely the worst. She's just over here, lounging in my lap, farting. She doesn't even care. She's just happy to be in a lap. Stinky girl. Alright, I think that is the last of this color, which means those of you who are joining me on TikTok, you get to vote on what the next color should be that I stitch. Alright, I think we're down to 7 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Georgina, thank you for sharing live. I appreciate that. Using an ombre yarn 4 rows in, asking why it hasn't changed colors yet, like I can't see them all. Oh man. That's not what I want. They changed where my pole is located. I now have to like tap many more buttons than I used to. We're gonna edit this one. Alright. So here are your color options. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So go ahead and hop into the poll and vote on which color you'd like me to see. You'd like me to stitch next. You'd like to see me stitch next. One of those options. I can speak English. It'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm doing the white rough on Glaceon because it's so late. My eyes hurt. Yeah, that's why I always save the white for last, because then you have like all of the rest of the colors are already filled in and you can just like not even have to look at the pattern or anything. You literally are just filling in whatever's empty left. But yeah, that's why I literally always save the white for last. So as you can see, even though I haven't stitched the white of the eyeball on this one yet, the color is not an option for you to vote on for that reason. But yeah, no matter what pattern I'm working on. Oh, for those of you who are on the purple app, these are the 7 colors we have left. There, I can kind of hold it so everyone can see, because my cameras are apparently not at the same angles. Let me see if I can move that one over a little bit. There we go. Oh man. Weird day. I hope tomorrow is... I rolled this number so I got stuck with it. All the yellow looks like it will be last. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I let you guys pull. I just specifically pull the white out of the palette and save that for last. So that's never part of the poll for you guys. Cause yeah. And I usually start with black, so I do the black outline, and then I start with black and end with white, and then everything else I let you guys decide what order I do the colors. Love the last color there, so pretty. Yeah, it really is. It's sort of like this blue-gray, like almost a hint of purple, almost, not quite. But yeah. 4 more colors, oh my gosh. You're making like real good progress on that. That's awesome. I'm gonna finish off my tea. I'm almost done. All right, the poll is over, and the color chosen is color number 4, which is this one right here. All right. I have no idea what symbol this is, but we're gonna find out together. That symbol. It looks like an A, but instead of having a cross across the middle, it's like a line coming down. Bizarre little shape there. Alrighty, here we go. started it yesterday afternoon. I have to say I absolutely love the box you use. So cute. Oh, thank you. I found them on Amazon and they made me so happy. So yeah, I'm like, I'm super excited about how cute those boxes are. Okay. Hi, Clover. You need it. Yeah. You know you're in the way and you don't care. I can see that. Yeah, hi, I'm aware. Alright, where are we going? We are starting here. Do some inside the ear. I keep thinking I should probably find like a smaller box for like smaller orders, but like honestly the box is so cute. I actually really like it and I like don't want to have like multiple sizes of boxes, but like I don't know, maybe I should like get one that's slightly smaller. I don't know. Okay, seriously? All of the black on this pattern is like fluffing out on the back and trying to like come back through to the front where it's not supposed to be. And it's mildly annoying. Oh, you look thirsty. No, Tink, no. No. I just drank the whole cup of tea. I'm going to eventually have to get all the evolution kits at this point to have a proper set. Okay, before you do that, I need to, because I sent you all of the version 2s of the EVs, of the evolution set. I need to figure out what to do with Sylveon to resize it, because Sylveon is like massively larger than all of the rest of them right now. Like, hold on, do I have Sylveon handy? Is Sylveon over here? Oh yeah, Sylveon's still sitting right here. Okay, so almost all of them are in 5-inch hoops, with the exception of Glaceon, because Glaceon is so like, from like this little weird thing that pokes out here to the tail, Glaceon actually goes in a 6-inch hoop. I'm hoping I'll be able to size it down to a 5, but I won't know until I'm done with it, so we'll see. But all of the rest of them fit in 5-inch hoops, with the exception of Sylveon. And the reason is because after Gen 6, they changed the art style drastically, and so it ended up being a much bigger pattern because the art style is so much bigger. So to get it like to pixelate properly and like it's just massively bigger than the other ones. So I need to like resize Sylveon down and like make it smaller, so that it fits in like a 5 or 6-inch hoop. So it's, you know, appropriately sized to the rest of them, so it's not like, you know, this is in an 8-inch hoop and everything else is in like a 5-inch hoop. So I need to mess with that one some more and see if I can figure it out, because I am seriously struggling with it right now. Every time I sit down, it makes me angry. Like every time I sit down to work on it, I should say, not just like when I randomly sit down. Like that's not gonna. Hello, World of Crafters. Hello, Chipmunky. How you doing? Artsy Brenna, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Black has been doing that to me too. I just use the needle point to scrape it off or push it down. Yeah, exactly. You just kind of like pull it back through and you tell it off and hope that it listens. But in my experience, inanimate objects like floss don't tend to listen, or at least not well. You're safe from driving home from a date. Oh, how's your date? I hope it went well. Do not worry, I will not be ordering them anytime soon. I've been told to save money first. Okay, all right. I really gotta work on that Sylveon. It has defeated me thus far. So someday I will come on here bearing good news that I finally got Sylveon to behave. But we'll see. Today is not that day. Kristen, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. was the third date. I really like him. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. We'll have to order 2 Vaporeons because my friend's team loves that one and Sylveon. Aw, very nice. Vaporeon's such a cutie. I'm stitching now too, and I took a TikTok break, and there you were. Aw, that's awesome. You're welcome to stitch while hanging out. I started a new game this week, learning Magic the Gathering. Oh my gosh, are you playing with Lumi and Nana? I love how Elsa almost looks like her color palette was taken from Glaceon with the similarities. Yeah, kinda. Dance is hyper from soda. Oh my goodness. Chipmunky, you can't be drinking soda this late at night if it makes you hyper. Don't listen to me. I drank 2 cups of coffee at like 8 o'clock last night. Probably contributed a little bit to the fact that I was up until midnight, but only a little bit. Honestly, I probably would have been up until midnight even without the 2 cups of coffee. But the coffee did take the headache away, so that was the goal. So it worked. It did its job. I'm still learning, so not just yet. I mean, that's the best way to learn, right? Throw you into the fire. Hope for the best. Chipmunky, so hyper. Caffeine, like, doesn't make me hyper. It just helps me function and then puts me to sleep. You mean Apple to play with bots? Oh, nice. Psycho Witch, thank you for the finger heart. I appreciate that. My partner's just like, what did I get myself into? Chaos. Welcome to chaos. Every time my partner's like, oh god, what did I do? I just remind him, like, we've been together long enough that you know what you got yourself into. This is not new. It's not like I just woke up and chose violence today. That's always been the case. I've been like that since day one. You knew, and you stayed. You can't be mad now. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. It is fun stitching with you. Aw, thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. Get some sleep. Sleep is good. Rest is productive. Coffee keep me energized for 4 hours after consumption and 4 hours of struggle to stay awake after. Yeah. Caffeine doesn't actually, like, the way that caffeine works is not the way that we, like, imagine that it works. My hubby just learned to go with the flow after my constant hobby changes. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. When you're dating a crafter, you just have to know that, like, you're gonna wake up and find your power tools have been bejeweled. Or that, you know, the coffee maker now has googly eyes on it. It's just, it comes with the territory. But how caffeine actually works. So your body, as you, like, go about your day and do stuff, your body basically, like, creates a chemical that makes you feel sleepy. And so once you build up enough of that chemical in your body's like, ah, yes, time to shut down. And then while you're sleeping, your body breaks that chemical back down. And so that's why, like, they tell you to take melatonin, because melatonin is like a synthetic version of what your body is saying, hey, it's time for sleepies. So what caffeine does is it doesn't actually give you more energy. It actually blocks those receptors from knowing how much of the tired chemical is in your body, which is why once the caffeine wears off and it's not blocking all of those receptors anymore, you crash. Because your body's like, holy cow, we had all of this sleepy chemical built up and we didn't even know it, must go to sleep right now. Not everyone's coffee maker has googly eyes. I mean, I honestly should. I would actually put googly eyes on our coffee maker, except it's a French press. So I don't think that would work on that one. But if we ever got, like, a regular coffee maker, 100% I would put googly eyes on it. Actually, I was really tempted the last time my partner was out of town because I found the googly eyes. I found, like, a whole bag of them. I was really tempted to go around and put them on everything and just wait for him to say something. I wish my coffee maker had googly eyes on it. You know what? The wonderful thing about being an adult is you can just do that. No one's gonna stop you. Like, if you decide you want to have cake for breakfast, you can have cake for breakfast. There's not a law that says you can't. Being an adult is glorious. Everything is dazzled in diamonds. Yes. My hubby's hammer got a wood burning experiment on it. I mean, I would wood burn onto, like, the wooden mixing spoon if it wasn't, like, a really nice fancy mixing spoon, and my partner would probably actually get really mad at me if I wood burned onto it. But I've definitely thought about it before. And I have definitely gone out and bought a cheap wooden spoon thinking I'm gonna wood burn onto this. And then I remembered how much I actually don't like wood burning. So we did end up getting rid of it when we moved. But yeah. Starlight, hello. I didn't have as many hobbies till we moved in. Was very limited at my childhood home. Now I can. I mean, yeah, that stuff happens. Hello, good day to you, Starlight. How are you doing? Kimber Westwood, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Kaley, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. The sleepy chemical in the brain is actually melatonin. Okay, I thought melatonin was like the synthetic form of it or something to that effect. So I may be slightly wrong in my scientific analyses, but basically that works. Oh, bad. No googly eyes for you. All the googly eyes. I have an entire bag full of them. Taking melatonin just helps to stay asleep. Why didn't you googly eyes rock? Honestly, because I forgot. I didn't do it because the ADHD means that if something is out of sight, it's out of mind. So I intended to googly eye everything while he was gone, and then I immediately forgot that the googly eyes existed. And then I didn't do it. Maybe next time he's out of town, I will remember and googly eye everything. I bet my kids would think that was hilarious. Actually, I think there's gonna be like a week, in a couple months, there's gonna be like a week where the kids are out of town with their dad and he's out of town, so maybe I will do it then, and just like, when everyone comes home, it will be utter chaos. And they'll be like, Mom, what did you do? And he'll be like, Elle, what did you do? And I'll be like, you left me unattended. which, you know, no one should ever leave me unattended. I think I just got a notified flavor. Why am I getting too much caffeine. Too much hyper. It's okay. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. John and Juju, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I'm currently working. Aw, very nice. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, even though you're working and probably should be doing other stuff. This is why I don't buy googly eyes. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I bought them for me. I think I bought them for, like, kids' art projects and then never did anything with them, so I just have a giant bag of googly eyes lying around. How many kiddos do you have? I have 2. I have 2 kiddos. Runs into a wall. Don't run into the walls! Swaddle yourself. Swaddle yourself in a weighted blanket if you have one. If not, just a fuzzy blanket. I just might, now I gotta grab googly eyes the next time I'm at the cross store. Do it. Do it. I'm such an enabler. I think to myself all the time, who left me unattended with this adult money? I'm going to buy all the happy things and do all the happy things. And then I check my account and I'm like, ah, yes, this is what keeps me in check. Well, yeah, basically, yep. Is the, oh, I say all the time, I need an adultier adult. And then I realize, like, no, I am the adult. And I do at some point have to make adulty decisions, even though I don't wanna. Like today, my partner was like, are you eating dinner? And I was like, I should. And he was like, yeah, you should. What can I make you? And I was like, I don't know. So he offered me like 4 or 5 different things. And I was like, no, that doesn't sound good. No, that doesn't sound good. No, that doesn't sound good either. So did I end up eating dinner? Absolutely not. I ended up eating a handful of jelly beans. So. And an entire mug of tea. I'm an adult. I have googly eyes on my work laptop because the camera, beside the camera, so I remember to look up at the camera during virtual meetings. I mean, I just wouldn't look at the camera during virtual meetings. That's just not a thing that's gonna happen. I mean, even if it were in-person meetings, I probably wouldn't be looking at anyone anyway, so. The nice thing about this is, like, if I look up here, I'm actually looking at, like, myself on the thingy. And if I look over here, like, I can see the other screen over here, but, like, I don't look at the camera because this feels weird to me, guys. Like, is this not weird if I talk directly to the camera? Because I'm just staring in a little circle, like, it doesn't, that's not where the people are. Like, I don't know. It's a real problem with me and Legos. I love Legos. My husband and me got a Lego orchid for Valentine's, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I have a decent collection. My partner's got me Lego roses for Valentine's. How do I keep missing your streams? I don't know. I think there's a way to, like, turn on alerts or something. I don't know, but I'm here for like another hour. So you're not like super late. I'm still here. Plus I started late today. It was a whole thing. I was looking at those in the sunflower ones. Very nice. My younger kiddo would steal all of the Legos if any of them were mine. They would just ransack them. So the little one has most of the Legos. My partner does have some stashed away in his office. But I have more Legos of my own. That's okay. If I want to make something, I just ask them and be like, hey, can I make some Legos? And they'll be like, yeah, what are we making? I want the succulent one. Ooh, that sounds cool. I told my boss that it didn't look like I was engaged during meetings, so that's how the googly eyes got there. That's ridiculous. Doesn't look like you're engaged. It's a freaking Zoom meeting. Like, how engaged do you expect me to be? If I'm here and I'm listening, like, nah. Although I suppose this is my version of a work Zoom meeting. This is my job, and I'm working, and you guys are attending my virtual Zoom meeting. Welcome. I figured he's being silly about it, so I will too. I mean, hey, you're not wrong. Your partner, what did you do? You left me unsupervised and I got bored. Yeah, exactly. That is the entire, like, that is the basis of our relationship. You left me unsupervised and I was bored. What did you think was gonna happen? I'm planning out my Ren outfit for the Colorado Ren Fair. Ooh, very fun. The color's finally changing. Yeah. New job may not let me come with you guys. no! That makes me very sad. That's what spouses are for. We adult each other when our brains refuse to adult. Yeah. 7 rows into what's probably going to end up being a scarf. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Where am I jumping to? We're gonna jump down over here. Clover, you need to chill. You just bonked your head against my arm, and I am holding a pointy object. We don't need any more casualties today. Okay? One was quite enough. When they leave me unsupervised with the poodles, I dye them different colors. Very nice. How do you tie your backs off? I will show you that in a second. I'm almost done with this color. Or at least like this little section of this color. I don't know where I learned how to tie a knot like this. And I don't think I've seen anybody else talk about how to tie a knot like this. I know a few people have asked, like, and I've showed it off a few times, but I don't know where I learned it or if I just like started doing it on my own. Like, I legit have no idea. It's okay. If you can't sit still in my lap, I am gonna have to send you back over to your bed. Like, that is gonna happen because you keep bonking me. The way you tie off is the most efficient way to do it. I mean, technically it is more efficient to weave it under, but the way I tie off, it keeps the knot like really, really close to the back of the piece, which is why I like it. And like the double knot is always going to end up on top of itself, like the way I do it. Because like one of the issues that I used to have a problem with is like when you go to double knot something, the second knot doesn't end up on top of the first knot, and so then you have to like do it again and do it again until like you happen to get one that's on top of it, like where they're sitting on top of each other, and then they're not necessarily like right next to the fabric like they're supposed to be. So yeah, okay, so that's the last stitch in that little section. So I will show you. Let me push this down just a little bit. Okay. So I like flip it and I make a triangle. Hold on. We're gonna scooch over. Okay. So I hold the thread in my left hand, and with my right hand, I make a triangle on the right. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull the thread through the middle, and I'm gonna flip my triangle over to the left with this hand holding the thread. This is like the palest color and it's hard to see, and I'm sorry. So now I have this corner where I have the triangle and I have the thread coming out of it. I'm gonna push it all the way down so that that is sitting right up against the fabric. And then I'm gonna put my finger on top of it and I'm gonna hold it there as I pull this thread until the knot is tied. And then I'm literally gonna do the same thing. So I make my triangle on the right, pull the thread through, and switch my triangle to the left. I'm gonna push this corner all the way down and make sure it hooks under. It's gonna like hook underneath that first knot I made before I put my finger down on top of it again. And once again, I pull my thread tight, and that forced the knots to be on top of each other. So that is how I double knot the backs of my thread. So, yeah. Hopefully that helped. Casualties, how's the injured human? He is upstairs. I'm pretty sure he's probably getting ready for bed at this point. He seems to be okay. The bleeding has stopped. I went upstairs to help take care of the dog. Basically, I was so worried about taking care of him before the stream started, and then I was running late. I forgot to take the dog out before the stream started, and so after he was done, you know, futzing with the plant down here, and like he was doing better, he went upstairs to lay down, and as soon as he laid down on the couch, the dog ran up and peed on the rug next to him. So I had to like go and help him clean up the rug, and then we had to wash our hands, and then because he had like the big band-aid on his hand, I had to like help him change the band-aid out. Like it was, you know, the whole thing. He's doing fine. He's okay. He's not bleeding. He just, you know, needs to take it easy on that hand so he doesn't open it back up again. My cat is pouting somewhere because I wouldn't let her knock everything off the couch as she crawled and jumped all over me. I mean, that absolutely sounds like cat behavior. Like, 100%. What do you mean you won't let me knock everything off? I'm just gonna go over here and sulk. And I'm not jumping anywhere else with this color right now. I can never get my knots close to the project. Yeah, so that's the way I do it. Hopefully that helps. That's another one of the, like, I need to sit down and film some more tutorial videos, and I started one, and it was like a whole thing. I'm not gonna get into it. I started one, and then it does not exist. I need to restart. But yeah, I have some more tutorial videos that like, I have a list of like things I want to make tutorial videos on, and how I tie off on the back is definitely one of them. But yeah, because I know that's like a really common problem is like, how do you get the knots close to the fabric so they're not like, because like if they're too loose, then like the threads on the front can like pull up and get loose. Yeah, so that's how I do it. Crafty, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Haruka, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. How do you make your knots? I just showed it off. I will show it off again as soon as I'm done with this section. I'm doing knotless and I have so much extra floss, the cats keep taking it. Nice. My cats luckily haven't been like too interested in the floss lately, which is good. Like for a while they were pretty interested in it and I was worried that it was like gonna become a problem. But I don't know if they just like decided that they're not super interested in it or like if something else is better. I don't know. But they like finally stopped harassing me about the floss, so I'm glad about that. Also, I'm pretty sure they're upstairs with my partner. I think my partner went to bed, so I'm pretty sure they're upstairs. They went to bed with him, and my dog is in my lap. I know, like you can't really like this. This is her right here. You can't really see her, but she is like curled up in a ball on my lap. I don't have an emotional support dog. I am the emotional support human for my dog. So. wish I could make a career of crochet, but very few people understand the time commitment. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. I mean, the only reason that I'm able to do this as a job is because it's part-time and it definitely does not pay all of the bills or like even close. I know that this is what I do on the side, and I do it because even if I wasn't hanging out live with you guys, I'd still be stitching. I'd still be making the patterns that I'm making, and I'd still be, you know, doing all of that stuff anyway. I just found a way to offer it that, you know, I can still get a chance to do what I really like doing, you know? So I got lucky, and I also recognize that I'm lucky to be in a position where I can spend the time to do this on the side, and, you know, not everybody has that option or that opportunity as well. So I am incredibly lucky. And add to that the community you guys have helped me build here is just so wonderful and wholesome. Like, just all of the things. I'm so freaking lucky. I'm not willing to devalue my time below my area's minimum wage. Yeah. I totally get that. Honestly, I don't even know what the minimum wage here in Maryland is at this point. When I left California, I think it was like $15 an hour. And yeah, like telling people like, hey, it takes me, you know, I've had people ask like, oh, how long would it take you to make like, you know, whatever size piece, and telling them like it takes X number of hours. If I value that at minimum wage, like this is how much I would have to charge for this, and knowing that like I have been doing this for 20 years, I'm not a minimum wage like a skill like this. Like, yes, anyone can do it, but it's gonna take other people a lot longer than it takes me, because I've been doing this for so long, because I have, you know, tactics and skills and things that I do that make me more efficient in various ways. Like, it's not the same, you know. Wholesome. Yes, Tink. Yes. Y'all are wonderfully supportive. Even if y'all are a little crude sometimes. Some of you anyway. Not all of you, but Tink for sure. You know I love you, Tink. Alright. Coming up to the edge of this little section again, so I'll show the knot off again because somebody else asked about it. So here we go. Last stitch. Okay, so on the right hand side I make a triangle. I'm going to flip the triangle over by pulling the tail through the triangle, and so I have a triangle here, the tail's coming through the middle. I'm going to push this corner of the triangle all the way down to the base, and then put my finger on top of it as I pull the thread. And then I'm going to do it one more time, make my triangle on the right, pull my tail through, make a triangle on the left. I'm going to push this corner all the way down until it hooks under the first knot that I made. And then once again, I'm putting my finger on top and pulling the tail, and that's how I do my little double knot. We love you. The stuff you make is so pretty. Aw, thank you. You guys are wonderful. Know your worth and value. It took you a long time to protect your craft, and that's worth a lot. I logically I get it. Logically I do get it. And I'm working on, I'm done with this color. I just looked down at the thing. Okay, I'm done with that color. Okay, that color can, yeah, hooking it under the knot. So getting that little piece of thread underneath that first knot and then sticking your finger on it so it can't escape again. finger on top, and then you pull the tail, and it's forced to stay under that first little knot. That is the trick. That is the trick that I've learned. Yeah, I've been working really hard on just being like, this is my price, and not apologizing for it, because that's something that I used to do a lot. Is I would be like, I'm sorry, I know it's really expensive, or like, I'm sorry, like, you know, whatever. And I'm working really, really hard on just being like, this is the price, and just leaving it at that, and knowing that, like, I know I'm not going to be for everybody. I know that what I offer is definitely not going to be right for everybody, and that's okay. I don't have to be right for everybody, and that's really hard, because I am a recovering people pleaser, and I do want to make everybody happy, and I do want to be able to offer something that everybody can have access to. But I also have to realize, like, I think having kids was like a really big turning point for me, and especially now that they're a little bit older, like, in order to do this, I'm staying up after my kids are in bed. But that means that I'm gonna sleep in a little bit tomorrow morning after they wake up. So I am giving up some time with my kids. Now, part of this is also because I'm not a morning person. I don't want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning. I'm not good at that. So I am willing to sacrifice a little bit of time with them in the morning to do something that fills my cup up at night, at a time of day that works better for me. So I've learned that, like, I do have to prioritize my own mental health, my own self-care, and again, my time. Like, if I'm making pieces like this, they're not quick. They're not, like, technically, it's not a difficult craft to do, but also, like, it is a huge time commitment to do pieces like this. So that's why most of them stay in my own private library. My own private little Pokemon wall full of pieces. Hi, baby girl. Hi. You look so sad. I'm so sad. Okay. I have to go potty. I'm going to set up the poll so they can vote on the next color, and then I'm going to go potty, so you're going to have to get off my lap for a minute, okay? Buyers are so used to fast and cheap things, so it makes things awkward when the money combo happens. It really does. And, like, and again, I think I was making it more awkward by, like, apologizing up front. Like, if I'm apologizing for my pricing, people are going to be like, oh, is she overcharging? Oh, should she not be charged? Like, why is she apologizing? Like, that's kind of weird. And so I'm just like, no, I just have to, like, this is it. Like, this is the price, and just, that's it. Just, it's a statement. It's not a question. It's just, it's a fact. If I've also realized, like, I don't want to do it for cheaper. Like, it's not worth my time and energy to do it for. Why are you licking me? Hi, I appreciate the kisses. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sweet doggo. Sweet old lady. Balance is so important. You can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah, that's one that I learn and relearn all the time. Okay. We've got 6 colors left. Moving the colors. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to try and set them like this. Will they balance? No, they won't. Okay. Let me see if I can make this a little bit flatter. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay. Doggo, I need you to move. Oh, okay, let me put you down. There you go. You're fine. Okay. Hold on. Ah! I'm knocking my chair over. All right. I'm going to set that to the side. Where is this? Okay. You guys can barely see that. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up for just a second. Doggo is cute. I know, she's my sweet baby. She's like 10 years old. She's getting up there. She's my little old lady. Huh, baby? I know. Okay. We are going to... Number 7's going away. Okay. So, here are the colors you guys get to vote from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can enter the poll down there and pick which number you want me to stitch next. And I'm going to run away real quick. So I'm going to set those there. You guys decide. I'll be back in a minute. Over. If I could sit, like, without falling over, that'd be fantastic. Jimby, if you want to vote, you actually have to click the poll button down there and select the number in the poll. Just voting in the comments, I can't keep track of it all, unfortunately. Tink, you know better. Tink just likes to mess with me. Do you put the floss on those squares after, or do you buy them like that? I put them on the bobbins after. So when I buy them, it's just like a regular skein of like DMC floss. Like it comes in a thingy like this. And then I wind them onto the bobbin after the fact. Okay. Who won our poll? We have a tie. We have a tie. We have a tie between 4 and 6. Okay. Where are my ducky dice? Where are the duckies? Oh, here they are. In their bathtub. Alright. Okay. Tink keeps saying 4, 4, 4. Okay. So we're gonna do evens and odds, so it'll be evens and odds. I've seen winders on Amazon wrap them, but I don't know if that's a good investment. I just buy like a big pack of like the little bobbins from like the craft store, like the little DMC plastic bobbins. That's what I use. There's definitely like a ton of different ways to store your floss. I've been thinking about switching over to floss drops, possibly, but I haven't committed to that yet. But I've been thinking about it lately. But I don't know. Yeah, there's so many different ways to do it. But as far as like an investment, like it really depends on like what works for you. You know, it's not needed. Floss drops, I don't have any. I don't have any of like the thingies. So it'll be like a tag and it'll have a big hole. So like these ones have little holes. So it'll have a bigger hole than that. So Kaley, you know how I sent the card with like all the little hole punches, and the way I wove the floss through that, you do that onto a piece of plastic or wood or something like that instead of paper. You can't do it on the paper, unfortunately, it'll tear the paper. But when you have it woven through the way that I've done that, you can stick your needle up through just like 1 or 2 of the strands and just pull on it, and it pulls those pieces out without having to unwind anything. So it's really cool. I don't have any floss drops. Maybe I'll get some just so I can like play with it and test it around. But I've also like, I've invested so much time and energy in putting everything on bobbins. And like I said, I have like 400 bobbins with colors on them that like, it would be quite a commitment for me to switch over to something else. But after like watching how people use the floss drops and everything, like it is really cool, and everything's already pre-cut to the size that you need. So basically like what I've done for you guys is I've made floss drops, but because it's cardstock, if you do that, the paper is probably going to rip. So I don't recommend doing that portion of it, but essentially I've sort of made floss drops. Kinda. But yeah, so I don't know, but this is also like the way I've done it for so long. Breezy, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. And Sammy Jean, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you as well. And Simple Surprises, thank you for the follow as well. You guys are amazing. Okay, I need to roll some dice. Okay, we have our Ducky Dice of Fate. Those who don't know, these are my special dice with little rubber duck inclusions in them. So I'm gonna roll it, and if we get evens or odds, that'll be the color that I do next, because those are the 2 that you guys voted on. And we have a 1. That's an upside down 1. We have a 1. So what did I say? Evens and odds. So we're going to do this one next. All right. Here we go. I believe after going through all the patterns, there's around 250 shades. Yeah. It's a lot. it's a lot, and I'm not even anywhere near done. Like, that's only 35 patterns or so, and there's 250 shades. But remember, I'm also going to be releasing version 2 of a lot of those patterns, like, really, really soon. I'm working on it. So, like, maybe don't buy them yet because some of the colors are going to change. I'm working on it. I promise. I think I've redone like 20 of them, and like, I think I only have like about 5 to 10 more to finish up. And I think I only have like 5 to finish up. And then I'm going to be releasing version 2. So, like, don't buy all the colors yet, because I don't want you to buy colors that don't end up getting used, because then I'll feel really, really bad. But, yeah. I have my mom's floss storage box that she keeps her bobbins in, so I was going to use that. How do you even color match with threads and patterns? Crazy. I do go live in the patron-only Discord. I did go live the other day, I was putting together the shaman pattern. So I made the shaman pattern, but that's probably where I'm going to go live as I'm making patterns from now on, is in the patron-only Discord. So if you guys want to see how I make patterns and like choose colors and stuff like that, you can kind of see me do that live if you happen to hop on while I'm on there. If you're not part of the Patreon, I'm sorry. But I don't know. I have a wonderful Patreon community, and it makes me happy. I want my mom's floss, but we're in a different. Aw, that's rough. Octavia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, it's Glaceon. It is Glaceon. It is. Hi, Nana. How you doing? Okay. Yay, Shaman. Yes. I have Shaman. Shaman is going to be released into the library this month as a bonus pattern. All of the Pokemon that I released into the library this month were spring themed, and as everyone was guessing which ones I was releasing, everyone kept guessing Shaman, and I was so mad at myself for not thinking of Shaman when I selected them. And Shaman is so cute, and I love Shaman. So yeah, I'm releasing Shaman as a bonus pattern this month. So yeah. It has not been released yet. It will be soon. I need to, sit down and do that. Tell someone on Twitch to feed the babies. They did feed the babies already, and the kitten babies are already upstairs in bed for the night. And I have a Clover, like, literally right here on my lap. She won't leave me alone tonight. I'll do it myself. I mean, you do what you gotta do. What color was fun? And what? A little crescent moon shape. Okay. So we're doing a little bit of outlining with this one. Okay. Literally a single stitch right here. Like, for real, guys? Just one. I can't afford all the colors. I just want to see how many common colors there were. Oh, yeah. I mean, when you're choosing Pokemon that are, like, in similar colorways, like, hopefully there will be some crossover between, like, Vaporeon and Glaceon, or, like Poliwag, and, like, things like that, So, hopefully there'll be some crossover, but also, like, there's like 480 colors or something like that total, I think we decided when we looked it up the other day. So, like, I don't know. And also, I've been playing with color blending. I don't know if you've noticed that on some of, oh no, because I haven't released the patterns yet. One of the ones I just released this month, which one had color blending in it? I don't even remember. It wasn't Deerling. And it wasn't Sunflora, so it would have been either Lediba or Baniri. One of them had some color blending in it. So I have been playing with color blending. The new Espeon the new Espeon pattern also has color blending, and I think there's one or two others. And I think Shaman has some color blending as well. So in order to get the colors the way I wanted them, I've been playing with some color blending lately. So I hope you guys appreciate that, and that I hope you guys like color blending and that you're not scared off from it, because it's definitely not as hard as I thought it was. Like, I stayed away from color blending for probably the first 15 years that I was cross-stitching because I was terrified of it, and I was like, there's no way I can do that. And then I learned how to do it, and I was like, oh, that's actually like really, really easy. I don't know why I was so scared of it for so long. So now I've sort of been toying around with it and adding that to some of my patterns to get colors closer to how I want them to be. So yeah. I think it was Letta, but there's a color name that had some other numbers there, so that makes sense. Yeah, so if it has like if it says like DMC color and then has like a little bracket with a plus sign, you need to add those two colors together. So instead of stitching with 2 strands of the same color, you stitch with 1 strand of each color together. So that's how color blending works. So not nearly as difficult as my brain thought it was going to be. I don't know why I was so scared of it. Is that a puppy I see on your lap? It is. This is Clover. She's my old lady doggo. She's about 10. Lynn, Avril, and I are going to start on projects soon. Ooh, very exciting. That is a puppy named Clover. She is the goodest girl. She is such a sweetheart. And tonight she's a little anxious. My partner accidentally poked himself with a very sharp object, and there was a lot of blood, and not all of it has been like fully cleaned up yet. Like, you know, we got to scrub the concrete where he bled on the floor. So I think it just like freaked her out, and she's feeling a little extra anxious today. She's already got an anxiety disorder. She has Addison's disease, so her adrenal gland doesn't function. So when she gets stressed out, she can't, like, her body doesn't make the chemicals to like break down the stress hormones, and so she stays stressed out. And so her curling up on my lap like this is one of the ways that helps her come back to normal, because she can't do it for herself. So I think that experience today was a little much for her. She needs some extra love right now. Sandra, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I got to hold her. She was nervous, but she ultimately liked me a little. Yeah, she gets really nervous around new people, but she's such a good girl. I couldn't find my cross stitches, so I've been using nail clippers to cut the threads. I mean, hey, it works. If it works, is it wrong? Well, we visited Nana as we were driving across the country, so that's why Nana got to meet her. Yeah, she's okay. She just has to be on some medication. She'll be on meds for the rest of her life, but she should still live a long and full and happy and healthy life. She just, you know, has to take some meds. Has to take some meds, needs a little extra love. The 4th of July really freaks her out, but, you know, stuff like that. Well, you might get to meet her possibly during the Ren Fair, except I think we're going to be, like, going up and going to the PA Ren Fair from his parents' house. So, she would probably be with us at his parents' house, but, like, we're not going to bring her to the Ren Fair with us. So, I don't know. Maybe? Maybe at some point. Alana, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I haven't been able to cross stitch lately, so watching the live is a treat. Also, sorry about... I'm sorry you haven't been able to cross stitch lately, but thank you for hopping in and hanging out. Yay! Also, for some strange reason, everyone else Discord calls me Nana. I have no idea why. You absolutely do know why, Nana. There's multiple reasons. Nana used, well, it still does. Nana posts, like, Southern cooking recipes and stuff like that for us. And so, we were joking that he was sort of the server Nana, where, like, he checks in on everybody, makes sure everybody's doing okay, he's one of our mods and stuff like that. But then, like, also, like, Nana's always had the best recipes, right? And, like, he was always the one, like, posting recipes for everyone to try and stuff like that. So we started calling him Nana. And it just kind of stuck, and now he's Nana. Sorry about the hard day. Oh, that's okay. It's, you know, I thrive in chaos, and you know what? It was one of those days. It's not a big deal. I'm okay. My partner's gonna be okay. It's all good. He's all bandaged up. Wait, I'll have Discord? I do have a Discord. So our server is predominantly a TTRPG server, unless you're a part of the Patreon, in which case I have a private patrons only Discord server specifically for like cross-stitching and crafty stuff. So the public server is predominantly TTRPGs. We do have a pretty robust craft section on there. We run a self-care challenge every month, where you complete self-care tasks and you earn raffle tickets to play in a game night with me. Oh shoot, I need to check on the poll for that and set the date for the winners from February, because I absolutely forgot about that. But yeah, the Discord is such a wonderful community. Everyone over there is so wonderful and lovely and like super supportive and like just such wonderful people, and the whole atmosphere and community over there it makes me really happy. And it started completely by accident, so you know. Nail clippers actually give me a closer trim. I have more thread to work with before thread chicken. Very nice. Lorena, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Glaceon, it is Glaceon. You're very welcome. We've been getting into cross stitch and embroidery, and I love watching different occasions really fun to get into them. Aw, thank you. If you would like your own, I do have patterns available. There's a couple different ways to get them. I have a Patreon, which is the cheapest way to get access to them if you're looking for like a whole bunch of them. But if you're just looking for like one or two, I have an Etsy shop as well. But yeah. But I make all my own patterns. Breezy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I want another game of thread chicken 2 times a day. Very nice. Very nice. According to Twitch, the thread is still up on me 2-1. I haven't had any like knots or anything to unravel to win, and I haven't played thread chicken in a bit, so. Oh, shoot. Tink is over here now. I was just about to ask how that worked. Yes, I need to add that to my How to Cross Stitch guide. When I sent out the Espeon kit to Psycho Witch, I realized after I had printed out the How to Cross Stitch guide that I didn't include color blending in there, because at the time that I wrote it, I hadn't done any I hadn't made any patterns with color blending. And then I was like, oh shoot, Espeon has color blending. So I literally like printed out an extra sheet of paper and stuck it with the Espeon kit, being like, by the way, this pattern has color blending, so here's how you do that. So I like added a whole extra piece of paper in there to do that. But yeah, I do need to add that to my How to Cross Stitch kit, or like to the guide. Because no one gives her treats tonight, Nana's slacking. Somebody has given her, somebody did redeem treats early. I think it was Owls or Pals. Redeem some baby treats for my babies. But like I said, 2 of them are upstairs in bed already. I just got doggo right now. Tell Little Fish I need more Raccoon Sky Pirates in my life. I will tell him. He's currently recovering from having stabbed himself earlier today, so he went and put himself to bed. Nana's in the wrong chat. Nana is in the wrong chat. Same, I had the same color do that to me earlier, and I just barely managed to win. Very nice. I groom a dog with Addison's, and coincidentally enough, the parent has Addison's as well. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, Addison's is so rare. I don't know if I'll be able to go. New job may prevent it. Nana's in the wrong chat. You lie. You're not mean. Oh, shoot. I got 3 hydrates. Alright. Cheers to Vex. 1, 2, and 3. Nana doesn't love the belts anymore. Tink's not going to. Tink is just going to torture me by trying to drown me. Because that's what Tink does. I don't have any points and my job is to help Kyle with. How do you not have any more points, Tink? Did you use them all up trying to drown me? Try to help hydrate out. Yeah. Yep. Dang it, Vex. I got another one. Okay. Cheers. Oh my gosh. I thought I set this up with a friggin' thingy. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I thought I had a cooldown timer on this. 5 to cheers, Nana. Mm-hmm. Hmm. 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 5. And yes, Vex, I saw the 4 that you put up above Nana's. I cheersed you and took those already. So 1 more from Vex, and you guys, you just made me chug half of this. You took it down for me last time. I know I took it down. I thought I put it back up. Friggin', oh my goodness. Dang, I'm out of points too. There you go. Out of points. Oh, darn. Ah, Vex, how are you not out of points? Poor Clover. Hi, baby. Hi, Clover. She's not poor baby. She's laying in my lap. Man, that's so mean. All right. Cheers. Ah, dang it, Tink. Seriously? I'm just leaving the water bottle open at this point. If I knock it over and spill it, oh well. I'm here every stream. I know. And I added to the game night last night. Yes, you did. I think we're getting close to that too. Vex, another one. Cheers. Let me take a look. I think we're close to the game night. Why does it keep closing stuff? I didn't want you to close that. I needed that open. Rude. Aw, thank you, sweetie. There are... Oh, channel points. This one. Yeah, we are 65% of the way to the Let's Play a Game challenge. So, yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, like throwing a needle at myself. He's chaotic neutral. Shrimpo, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. I have 2 more colors on the one I posted in the Discord chat. Then it can stop haunting me. You're so close. No, I can't stop my life. That's okay. Cutie KJ dude, thank you for the follow. I appreciate, or for the share, for sharing the live. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Lake Reflection, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. I hate the color I'm using right now. It's too close to the color of the cloth. Oh, man. That's always rough. What's it going to be? This is a Glaceon. It's that Pokemon. You did that on the one I made for him. If you had to add colors and outlines. Dark blue cloth and like 3 shades darker blue thread. Oh man. Did you use metallic thread on this? I did not. I did not. If I'm going to use metallic thread, it's not going to be on one of the Pokemon patterns. It'll be on something else, like a bookmark or something like that. Like a one-off thing. Because if I add metallic thread to one Pokemon, then I have to add metallic thread to all the Pokemon, like to make it fair. And I just I can't do that to myself. I can't do that to myself. The brightest blue I have right now is also freaking blue. The brightest light you have right now is also blue. I can read, I swear. I'm okay. It's just the camera. Yeah, it's probably just the camera. There's no metallics on this. We keep talking about metallics in the lives, and now, like, I want to pull some metallics out and play with them, even though I already know it's a mistake. It's always a mistake. It looks so good when it's done, but holy heck. It's the worst to work with. Mikey, you should be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. I can't wait to see, like, how you do with it and, like, when it's finished and everything. And hopefully, so for those of you who are part of the cross-stitch of Kit of the Month Club, I am hopefully going to be sending those out on Tuesday. That's my goal, is to send them out on Tuesday. So I'm saying it here in the hopes that I will be able to get the thread that I need tomorrow so that I can send them out on Tuesday. So that's my goal. Okay, I have just a little bit more of this color, and then we're gonna be all done with this color as well. We got through like 3 colors tonight. Not bad for it being such a weird night. That tangled, that's, don't do that thread. That's just rude. Please just not, thank you. I am very impatiently waiting for, I ordered an entire bolt of Ida cloth, and I am very, very, very impatiently waiting for that. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and it did not arrive yesterday, and so I checked the tracking on it again, and they changed it to tomorrow. So I am extremely impatiently waiting for my bolt of Ida cloth to arrive. Okay. What did you just do? I'm not sure what you did or how, but I don't like it. Please. What in the... Okay, that's what happened. Fixed it. I think that means I win. As long as I don't do it again. And I will have one up on the thread. Don't you dare. Don't you dare do it again. I see you. Ha. Okay, I win. I'm giving myself a point for that, because that was ridiculous. No, that's not... What did I just do? That's not what I want. I need... Wow, I spelled thread chicken wrong. I spelled it thread chicken. There we go. Ha. I'm ready to work on this Eevee, but I don't have to worry about working on it with nails. I got mad at work today and removed them. Oh no! I never get to have nails. I always Dremel them off. Oh my goodness. Marcy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I hate being sick. I want to do things my body says no, so I try. Aww. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon, Lake. Alright, last couple stitches of this color. And double check, make sure that I don't have any little pockets of it anywhere else. Nope, I think that's it. All right, so we're done with this color, and it is 10:30 where I'm at, which means it's time for me to go to bed. So I need to, oh my gosh. This thread is like very angry with me right now. Okay, second needle. Untangle from itself. Like, what the? Why? What is the point of this thread? Nope, it's gonna be a brat. Okay. Put it away, don't stick it on the table. Have you learned nothing from your past mistakes? I'm gonna end up having to snip this if it doesn't. And there we go. Okay. I'm gonna tie off, make a triangle, pull the tail through, triangle all the way to the piece, finger on it, pull. Triangle, pull the tail through, other triangle, hook it around the first knot, put the thumb on it, and pull through again. There we go. And snip. There we go. That is how far our Glaceon is today. He's crocheting, but then I got a wave of nausea and I don't want to upchuck on my neck. Ooh, yeah, that's not recommended, like at all. Alright, so end of stream. I have to do my end of stream wrap up things, but I do want to start as always by saying thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. And you guys are amazing. I love getting to come on and stream with you guys and hang out with you guys a couple times a week. That is, it makes me so happy to like be able to come and hang out with other people who, you know, like cross-stitching and Pokemon and like just hanging out and chatting. It makes me really, really happy and I appreciate it so much. Dang it, Tink. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate for Tink. Okay. So, for those of you who are on TikTok, when I say link in bio, you know where to go. And for those of you who are on Twitch, when I say link in bio, that is the link I'm talking about. So first and foremost, I do want to say thank you very, very much to all of my Patreon members. Melanie M, Giordan L, Kaley H, Alexandra H, Chelsea L, Shirley L, Lynn B, Amber C, Lisa K, and Demented Lemming. You guys are wonderful and amazing, and thank you so much. You guys help support me so that I get to continue to do the stuff like this that I love doing and making more patterns for you guys and being able to come on and hang out with you guys and cross stitch and make tutorials and just all of the things that go into this. You're helping me to support my family while being able to do all of this. So I am so incredibly grateful for that. You guys are amazing, and I love you all so much. If you are looking to get any of my patterns for yourself, I have 2 ways that you can do that. I do have an Etsy shop where you can buy my patterns as one-offs for $5 a piece. I also have a Patreon. I have a couple different tiers on Patreon. I have the lowest level is the $7 tier. You get 2 patterns a month. It's my Pattern of the Month club. You get 2 new patterns each month, but then you also get Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu all the time. And then my next tier is my library club tier, and so you get access to my entire library of Pokemon patterns that I've created so far. So far, the count is up to 35, and I am going to be adding a bonus one this month. So I add at least 4 new patterns every month. I've already added 4 this month, and I'm going to be adding a bonus one, which is going to be Shaman. And that is $12 a month. And you get access to all of them. And then I also have a Kit of the Month club, where every month I send you a physical kit that has the Ida cloth and all the DMC floss and a hoop and like all the things you need to make your own of one of the patterns that I've released that month. So this month, my Kit of the Month club members are getting Deerling, and I will hopefully be sending those out on Tuesday. So if you would like to join at that tier level, you can get a Deerling sent to you as well, and then next month you'll get a new Pokemon sent to you. Because we just hit 10 Patreon members, we did open a Patreon-only Discord server, and once we hit 20 members, I'm going to start hosting some craft nights and things like that over there, where it'll be kind of like this, where I will get, like, I'll talk to you guys and we'll hang out together, but the cool thing about it is you'll actually be able to talk back in real time and not just through chatting. So I'm really excited about that once we get to 20 Patreon members. If you would like to, if you need to learn how to cross stitch and you don't know how to cross stitch yet and you want to learn, I do have a how to cross stitch guide through my bio as well. And I'm also working on a how to cross stitch video tutorial series on TikTok. If you would like to join the Twitch stream or TikTok, depending on where you're at, if you want to switch over to the other one, there are links in my bio to get to both of those places as well. And last but not least, I do have a public Discord server as well. It was predominantly built to be a TTRPG server, so we do have like virtual tables for people to play at and things like that, but we do have a pretty robust craft section on there as well, and the community is super loving and supportive, and everyone over there is super, super wonderful. We also run a self-care challenge every month where you take care of yourself, you win raffle tickets to win a game night with me, basically. So once a month I sit down with the winners from the previous month and we play a game. So last month we played Raccoon Sky Pirates. This month we're going to play Jackbox. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and just everyone over there is great, and I love it so much. Anyway, I think that's it. If you ever want to catch up on any of the past streams, I do have a YouTube channel that I post these over to. So if you want to watch, like tonight, I showed how to finish a Pokemon hoop. We finished off Growlithe, and so I showed how I do that, and then I also showed how I tie off my knots and how I knot the back of my pieces. So if you ever need to go back and look over stuff that I've like talked about in a live, or like, you know, how to whatever, but I haven't posted a how-to video of some of those things yet, you can always check the Twitch channel, and or the YouTube channel. I try to put in the description, like, I show, like, we finished like, I'll put like, hey, we finished Growlithe, so you'll know that I talked through the process of how to finish a back of the piece, and some stuff like that. But anyway, I feel like I've been babbling for a while. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I got. Welcome to the chaos that is my brain. Mildly Chaotic Mind, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Yemsimi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you as well. So I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to go head to bed. And thank you all for joining me. It has been wonderful. I stream, oh, that's the other thing. That's what I always forget to mention. I stream twice a week. I stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30 Eastern time until about 10:30 or so. So next time we'll be working on Glaceon some more, and you guys will get to vote on what color I continue with. But anyway, thank you all for coming. You're wonderful, and I appreciate you all so much. And good night.